All right. We are back, folks. We are back. This is Hurricane Melissa. Since the last time I guys saw you, I know it's been so long. And yeah, still traveling off to the north at 2 miles per hour. Expected to speed that up in a little bit. Current distance from land on the northern eye wall is, I can get this to get there. There we go. Current is 68 miles. I do think it's going faster than 2 miles per hour. But yeah, that is the latest. And here is the bridge cam. We are watching to see if the river is going to flow over the flat bridge in Jamaica, and it's getting dangerously close to doing that. Her eye temp just reached negative 3.61 degrees Celsius. Holy moly. Long time no see. Yeah, it's been a minute. Literally. Almost 30 minutes have passed and it still hasn't gone over. Gotcha. So maybe another 30 minutes. It is getting darn close. Well, the Dodgers won, so it finally ended. Wow. I mean, it's literally about a foot underneath the bridge right now. Maybe less than that. It's kind of hard to tell because there's a shadow there. But yeah, it's very close to going over the bridge. And again, just as a reminder, this water is flowing downstream. So if you are down the line of Flat Bridge, make sure that you are monitoring your river levels. Again, we are expecting catastrophic river flooding. And again, it's barely even begun. This is just the beginning. So please have this be a warning for the folks out there in Jamaica that live near the river to watch them very closely. They can rise really quickly. Again, this was 5 hours ago in Jamaica on this bridge. 5 hours ago, 7 hours ago, 9 hours ago. And this is it now. How long until landfall? About 8 hours. 8 hours would be the middle point. Is this the infrastructure I was told was hurricane worthy? Yes. This bridge has survived hurricanes. It survived Gilbert. Can I please measure the size of the eye wall? Sure. It is about 15 miles wide right now. God, that is terrifying to look at. Just knowing what is happening underneath that hurricane is terrifying. Has it even moved in the last 6 hours? It definitely is moving. If we bring this all the way back 250 frames, you can kind of get an understanding of how Melissa has moved. let's see, over the past, around 6 hours. It started that northeastern turn a while ago, and it's been slowly trekking up to the north. You can see it's made decent ground towards Jamaica, so it is coming. Slowly but surely. Very powerful Hurricane Melissa is on its way. 901 millibars, 175 mile per hour winds. What is setting up here to be an absolute catastrophe. Worst case scenario. This is a strong and powerful Category 5 hurricane. We were expecting a Category 5, and it looks like Jamaica is going to get one. So please do not abandon your evacuation plans, especially in western, near the coast or near western Jamaica, where the direct landfall is expected to happen. Yes, we have gotten reports that there are birds in the eye right now. And they will be there all the way until landfall. Height of the surge at the beaches. Let me go look at, see if I can get any updates on that. Dude, that is almost over the bridge. Holy moly. That is so close. Yeah, look at that. Wow. I'm not seeing any reports, any new reports of storm surge. So the reports are probably going to drop off the map as we go into the late night periods and probably pick back up as the daylight shines again. But I think a lot of people have also left the coast. Even the ones that were staying have probably been forced to leave, given the fact that the water, well, I've seen some videos out there that look pretty dangerous. Look at this. Hold on, let me this is the surge map for the Black River region, near where the highest storm surge will be. And look how far that goes inland. I potentially could see, you know, east of Black River all the way up into Hatfield underwater. My goodness. That is not good. Yeah, very low and flat, exactly. Should have more data tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow morning we'll have more data. We won't really be able to really understand what's going on under the hood for a while until those hurricane hunters get back out. They should be back out there by 5 a.m. Jamaica time. It's okay, Faith. I mean, every single day I take care of myself to the max. Take vitamins. I do a lot of exercise now. I work out. I eat healthy. I'm about as healthy and as ready for a long live stream as possible. Thank you, Pathmedic Jan, for the $20. Thank you so much. Says thank you, Evan, and prayers for all the affected by the storm. Oh, that's nice of you, Jan. Do birds die in the eye? I would assume some probably do, unfortunately. But I do think a surprising number of them do survive. We are getting some stronger winds come in here. We're probably going to see the power flicker as that happens. Hey, Sassy, for being a member for an entire 21 months. It's almost 2 years, Sassy. That's ridiculous. But thank you. That's a huge amount of support, and it really does help out the channel more than you know. Wow, look at that. More logs there. A lot more logs coming in now. Yeah, things are really getting going here on this river. You read earlier, some birds can stay in flight for weeks, and one species. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like a surprising amount of them will survive because they're island birds. They fly from island to island. You know, if they were out over the ocean as the hurricane formed and got trapped in there in the first place, then that means that they were already flying. They're likely the type of birds that can last a long time. And also, you know, it's pretty calm in the center of the eye. So they might be able to perch on the ocean for a little bit. Still a little bit wavy, but might be perchable for at least a little bit of rest. Any news on Maypen? The Maypen camera has been down. Let me check to see if it comes back up or if it came back up, but it's been down for a couple of hours now. Yeah, the Maypen cam is back up, and or actually I have to wait. No, the Maypen cam is still down actually. Wow, pretty strong winds coming through now here in Flatbridge. So not only are we seeing the flooding, but we're also seeing some of the winds here on this camera. It's capturing it all. Could the hurricane go through an eye wall replacement cycle, and what would that do? It would weaken the hurricane, but it would also spread out the hurricane force winds. So it would be good for the direct landfall, but not that great for storm surge and wind and power in other places. But, you know, in order to avoid the absolute worst impacts, which even with an eye wall replacement cycle isn't really going to avoid most of the catastrophic impacts, that'd be like the best case scenario. I mean, that's the only little shred of hope we have is for a eye wall replacement cycle and a last minute weakening. But even then, I mean, we're still talking about absolute destruction. And this is concerning me a little bit. We might lose power on this camera. We'll see. Did landfall already happen? No. There's still about, on average, on our models, about 8 hours until landfall. Almost tropical storm. Yeah. Almost tropical storm force winds. And this is pretty far off the coast. So this is an indication that our winds are traveling more inland. We are losing frames. Yeah. It'll be like this for a little bit. As long as nothing like falls on a power line, it will recover consistently. Because this is probably just a storm that is coming into this area, which is unfortunately dropping even more rain on the river. Is someone in that hut? Yes, there is someone in that hut. As they've been monitoring the bridge all night, watching the water level, probably reporting it to the government and emergency officials. Yeah, we're literally moments. So I wouldn't say moments away, but like we're really close to, unfortunately, these winds cutting off this route across the bridge. There's not many routes across the bridge. I mean, across the river. St. Catherine, Jamaica, we're getting reports of extremely heavy wind. Other views? Yes, we do have other views out there. We've been monitoring them to see if we're going to see any stronger winds. This is probably going to be where we see the strongest winds. It's going to still be a little bit before those winds really pick up in Westmoreland. Back over in downtown Kingston, we've been seeing flooding on the roadways. We have debris in the streets from the wind. There's been some pretty strong winds down in here. I've also been seeing some power flashes, also some pretty strong winds in Halfway Tree as well. We can actually listen to these. But as you can see, they're not really that strong yet. The biggest story right now is this bridge. We're watching it very closely. Could lose power for months, maybe a year. Yep, that is certainly a possibility. Yeah, as you can see, the power will, and the connectivity will struggle a little bit, but it has always come back. The longest we've seen that circle happen for is a minute. And then it came back. That current is strong. Yeah, it really is. We've seen some pretty big trees float down this river already. And thank you, Taylor, for the $4.99. Thank you so much. What is the press and what does the eye look like? Yeah, we'll check that out here while we wait for the camera to come back. As you can see, it just came back. But yeah, the latest here on our hurricane, this is what it's looking like. Still very impressive, very circular, eye very symmetrical. Not really seeing much evidence of anything breaking down around our storm yet. It still looks very, very organized and very, very dangerous. And it's currently around 60 miles away from the first part of the eye wall, making contact with Jamaica. And that is the latest there. It's still a Category 5 hurricane with a 901 millibar low pressure and a 175 mile per hour sustained winds inside of it. So it's still extremely dangerous hurricane. Fortunately, it has not gone down in strength. It's only gone up. What is the distance from one end of the island to the other? About 40 miles on the widest point. Where are the stray dogs? They are probably seeking shelter somewhere, if I had to guess. I think the pressure will keep falling overnight. It's possible. Our models do indicate that this storm could, get all the way down into an 800 millibar, but that would probably happen around now until 3 hours from now. Unfortunately, we're not going to have a Hurricane Hunter plane until 5 a.m. So the pressure is expected to get higher as it approaches land. Yeah, it's 150 miles long, but it's 40 miles wide, I guess you could say. It's already gone sub 900, lady. Wow, that was a big log there. Gee, that's a big log. Wow. 50 miles. Gotcha. Thank you for the correction. Yeah, Cuba will definitely be affected. When will it make landfall? In about 7 hours from now. 7 to 9 hours. Is that a low bridge? No. No, this is what, this is what it looked like 7 hours ago. You see there is like 3 or 4 feet underneath the bridge. And it's really been rising in the past couple of hours. But it's likely we will see it go over the bridge here. I would say in the next 30 minutes, but we've been saying that for a while, so. Yes, this is flat bridge. We actually did a little history lesson on the last stream about flat bridge. What was the results of the Hurricane Hunter aircraft? Well, we did get a drop zone directly in the middle of the eye, and it came back as 899.8 millibars. That's the lowest pressure we've seen in Hurricane Melissa. Typically, they round that up, but if you're being super technical and accurate, that's what it would have been. And highest winds measured near the surface have been around 185 miles per hour. For some reason, they didn't include that in the latest update. Not exactly sure why. Looks like we have another bridge monitor coming back. Yeah, that's one of the bridge monitors. He's from the area. He's very familiar with how this bridge floods. I mean, the current trajectory show the hurricane hitting the U.S. No. 0% chance, Baby Gator. But thank you so much for the $5. These cameras are going to go out. Yeah, most likely. I think that's almost a guarantee. This has recently gone through a replacement cycle. Nope, it has not. We were expecting that to eventually happen, but it has not happened yet. Oh, wow. Look at that debris there. It is hitting the U.S. That is true. No, I don't think those are citizens. The only people we've seen out here are the bridge monitors. They've been going out and monitoring the water and reporting it to the government. They work out of that little shack and also some buildings that are up the way that you can't see in frame. Spotted in Montego Bay. Yeah, I mean, that's been one of our highest recorded wind gusts have been in Montego Bay. Are we safe in Maypen? Definitely continue to seek shelter in Maypen. Rivers like this all around Jamaica are flooding similarly. So, you know, if you live near a river, now's the time to really start paying attention to them. You can see they are flooding. Where is this bridge? This bridge is north of Spanish Town. And it empties, the river eventually empties into the eastern portion of Spanish Town. But there's a lot of houses on the downstream of all of this. That's why it's very worrying. Wind's blowing. Yeah, it was blowing harder earlier, but it's definitely still got some decent gusts. Do you want to check back over in Westmoreland again, just to make sure we're, and it's like eerily calm in Westmoreland. That's a little freaky. The calm before the storm. Yeah, zero, like there's a -% chance that this hits the United States. Like I would not have any worries about that. It's going to hit Jamaica, likely Cuba, potentially the Turks and Caicos, and also potentially Bermuda. How fast is the storm moving? Probably around 2 miles per hour, but I really feel like it's moving faster than that. Oh yeah, look at that. It's almost over the bridge there over in the center. Very, very close. Wobbling west again. Is there any video of the eye wall from the flights? There are videos, yes. Do people want to see video of the eye wall? We can show it. There is absolutely mind-boggling eye wall footage. It is crazy. All right, I'll show it. I just don't want to miss it when it goes over the bridge for the first time. But I think we have time. Let me see if I can find it, and I'll bring it up. There it is. Actually, it's better if you look at it like this. That is inside of that eye. AKA inside of this thing right here. The thing that we've been talking about this whole time. Yeah, we are moments away. It feels like moments away from this going over the bridge. That looks like CGI. It definitely does. It's crazy. But I can assure you, we fact checked it. That is one of the people that fly in the Hurricane Hunter plane. Yeah, a lot of people have been asking me to also look at satellite view of the area downstream of here, and we can do that really quick. So here's where Flatbridge is. This is the Rio Cobre River, and downstream you can see all of these houses on the left side of the Rio Cobre River, on the right side, and all of this water is eventually going to end up down here where we're expecting significant flooding to occur near the Rio Cobre. Eventually, Rio Cobre exits out of parts of near Kingston, near Cayman's Park. It's a lot of people downstream. Yeah, that's why we are concerned about this. But this bridge has flooded before. This isn't record amounts of flooding yet. The concerning part about this is that we are not even halfway through the rainfall accumulation from Hurricane Melissa in this area, and the river is already this high. That is what is concerning. Yeah, it hasn't even made landfall yet either. Any updates on Mo Bay? I haven't heard of anything. The updates are coming in very slow right now, given the fact that we are in the dead of night. People can't really see that well, and a lot of folks are probably sheltering and not going out in the nighttime because it's scarier. Oh, there's another big log. Wow. So it's just natural that those oh wow, look at it. Oh man. It looks like it's almost like a half a foot until it's over the bridge in that one little area. How fast will it go once it hits landfall? We're expecting it to clear out by like late Wednesday. Like it'll be past, like the eye itself will be past Jamaica as we go into Tuesday night. But still some rain and impacts are expected to continue to happen, through going into Wednesday. No, not 6 or 7 a.m. anymore. It's pushed back because of that big stall we had earlier with Melissa. So it got pushed back to like in between 8 and 12 p.m. 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Yes, this is live. This is live. We're just really watching this camera right now due to the fact that this bridge is about to be overridden by water. So, but here's a live look at Melissa. Still a category 5 hurricane with 175 miles per hour, 200 mile per hour winds. There's just not a whole lot of updates right now coming out news wise because it's so late. And we have no Hurricane Hunter planes out there. So we haven't really been giving much updates on it because not a whole lot of information has changed. The only thing that's really changing is the water levels here around this bridge. And also we are getting higher winds in Montego Bay. We've had a 49 mile per hour wind gust in Montego and also a 46 mile per hour wind gust in Kingston. Looks like the camera is doing its little losing service for a little bit. The longest we've seen this camera lose service for is a minute. So if it ever goes over that, we're going to start to get concerned. But yeah, as you can see, it usually comes back pretty quickly. That bridge has gone through so much, it will hold. I really hope so. Where are the bridge monitors? I think they have left. Maybe not. We haven't seen a bridge monitor in a while. But Westmoreland does not. Yeah, it's pretty interesting, isn't it? I am very surprised in how calm Westmoreland is. What was that? Oh, it's a flashlight, I think. I think a bridge monitor is back, or we either got a car, maybe. Seems like there's a light over there, but maybe it seems like the light over there got brighter. And that raindrop is really annoying. Should clear out in a little bit. There's a lot more leaves falling. The wind is definitely picking up here, folks. Like a lot. Seeing a lot of debris starting to fly in the air. Power just went out in Portmore, according to someone in chat. Please save your phone batteries if your power does go out. You never know when you might need it. Jeez. The wind and the river, man. It's just it's quite an intense scene. Some other channel is repeating your stream, not by video, but by my voice. What is the channel called? Someone in that hut. There was someone in the hut earlier, but that is they're just monitoring it. Sent it through X. Let me check it out. I'm not seeing it help. Oh, send it through X. Okay. Wow. Very close to going over the bridge. Prayers for Jamaica, yeah. No kidding, man. They're gonna need it. This is only the beginning. Tomorrow will be a lot worse. Or today. Later on today will be a lot worse. There's a lot of debris coming down the river now. Is this the biggest storm ever? Choose the biggest storm that's hit anybody in a really long time. How is the eye? Yeah, we can look at the latest satellite imagery. This is the latest satellite imagery. Still have a very tight and circular eye at the moment. And also a very circular buzzsaw-like hurricane still happening here. Still not really many signs from satellite of weakening. And again, we won't know exactly what this storm is doing until the hurricane hunters get back out there. And we got a lot of debris coming in now. It's almost like every second there's just another piece of log. And the debris seems to be increasing exponentially. Just snuck off to the bathroom. I'm back though. Can't imagine going through something like this. Yeah. I can't imagine it. We can see it a little bit, but like when we're probably not going to see, like, there's a very low chance that we actually see the hurricane landfall. Just because the power is going to be out, Starlink's not going to work. There's just not going to be really possible to get service. So we'll have to imagine most likely what it's like as it's making landfall. Yes, we do have cameras in Westmoreland. I think it's this camera. It appears to be down at the moment, though. So we'll keep checking back into it. How deep would that water be? Oh my gosh, look at that. An entire tree. That's the first time we've seen an entire tree. Wow. Like with the branches and all that. We've seen a lot of logs, but not an entire tree. And that river's really starting to move now. Let me refill my water really quick too. Channel name Jamaica Hot Topic. Okay. So apparently it's the channel Jamaica Hot Topic that is stealing my audio. I wonder when we go on there if we'll hear my audio saying that.
To be exact, playing over Sandy Park. I know Sandy Park over Ligani.
Sounds like somebody else's voice now. How long until landfall? About 7 hours and 30 minutes on average is the average time. He's watching me. Oh, let me switch to another scene and see. Let me see if I pop up when I switch scenes. Okay, I'll switch back. That river is really going, man. Hey, pen cam is back up. Yeah, I saw that earlier. We might have to bring it back up. He's using the same cam. Oh, that's okay. He probably has permission to use the same cam. I'm not worried about that. The guy that owns these cams is given permission to like everybody who's asked. So, oh wow, a bunch of tree branches there. Just went under the bridge. What's the big difference? There's really not too big of a difference between category 4 and category 5 damage. They're both catastrophic. It's more of like, you know, it just depends on the structures that are in the path. Most buildings cannot withstand sustained, or not most buildings, but there's a decent amount of buildings that cannot withstand sustained category 4 winds or category 5 winds, and the storm surge with them are both catastrophic. The weight of the water is the same. The movement of the water is the same. Rainfall rates are typically basically the same. So It's just overall not good. It's category 4 or category 5. But there is a small difference. There definitely is a difference in terms of like storm surge height. How far does that water go inland? But it's usually complete devastation. Or both. Also a little bit stronger winds too. In this case, a lot stronger winds. I mean, we're still at 175 mile per hour winds with the core of Hurricane Melissa. Yes, the water has gone up pretty quickly. We can go back in time and show you guys how it's progressed. This is this bridge 15 minutes ago. This is 30 minutes ago. This is an hour ago. This is an hour 30 minutes ago. And this is 2 hours ago. And then this is now. Good evening. Welcome. Welcome to the stream, everybody. We are witnessing some fast rising river waters here in Flatbridge. And rain and wind is continuing to lash Jamaica. Storm surge is also starting to build in some parts of Jamaica, including Old Harbor and places near where landfall will eventually happen. We're seeing stronger winds happen in Montego Bay, up to 49 mile per hour wind gusts, 46 mile per hour wind gusts have been recorded in Kingston, probably higher now. And yeah, where this bridge is about to become completely covered by water here in a little bit. We're watching to see if that's happening soon. Westmoreland camera is back. This is going to be our closest camera to landfall. Could even get an eye wall impact on this camera if it survives. Doubt it. Downtown Kingston. We have a cam in downtown Kingston. Make sure it's current. You can see wind is making these poles move nearby. Halfway Tree, Jamaica. We also have a cam. It's been pretty windy out there. You can see the winds moving across the road. And also the camera shaking. And this is Devon House, Jamaica, which is also getting some pretty decent winds as well. This is pretty close to Kingston. We also have Barbican, Kingston as well in Jamaica. The winds have calmed down there a little bit. There has been sparks flying on some of these power lines out here. And yeah, this is Major Hurricane Melissa, still with 175 mile per hour winds, 200 mile per hour max wind gusts. Still an extremely dangerous hurricane, and you can see it is finally made that northern turn. It is on its way to Jamaica. Estimated landfall within 7 hours. Storm surge is obviously going to be a big deal. The flooding rain, as you can see, is a big deal. This will be catastrophic. New I record negative 30.48. Oh my gosh. Is this actually live? Yes. Is actually live. Hello. This is not in the past, I promise. The eye still dry? Yeah, it looks like it might have broken another record. Let me check in on help with that. Also, 56 mile per hour wind gust was reported in Montego Bay Airport in Jamaica, by the way. This is the best way we can communicate. Chat's a little bit crazy tonight. Yeah. There's a couple folks in chat. Yeah, 3.48. Says help. A new record has been set in dryness. Thank you, Penny, for the 11 euros. And thank you, Mank, for the $2. Storm surge is essentially like a storm tsunami. As the pressure gets lower, it pushes the water out away from the pressure. Lower pressure of the storm out away from the center of the storm. And as that center of the storm moves inland, it pushes that water inland, causing a sort of storm tsunami. If you get 13 feet of storm surge, that means the water from sea level near the bay is 13 feet above that area. 13 feet higher than it usually is. It can have a lot of weight and it can cause a lot of damage. When you have storm surge, high air amounts of storm surge predicted for your area, it's always best to evacuate from the coast. Hope Melissa will keep doing the Tootsie slide to the west. It's not going to the west anymore, unfortunately. It's moving now to the northeast. So our western turns are probably done. We'll probably still see every now and then a western wobble, but it is approaching, and it will probably keep continuing to approach. About a 99% chance that it continues to approach Jamaica. Yes, it is moving again. Yeah, not doing loop-de-loops no more. If I put this in faster motion, you can really see how our hurricane is moving currently. Definitely has a northeastern trajectory right now, and it's expected to turn even more to the northeast as we move throughout the day. Thank you, Kay Thomas, for the $10. For coffee, thank you so much. Can you explain water is flowing under or flowing in the flat bridge? Can you explain where the water is flowing in the flat bridge? Yeah, we can go over. I think the best way to explain it is by looking at past flows. So this was it about 10 hours ago. See, very calm, not a whole lot of flow. We didn't have a whole lot of rain at this point. Water was feet below the bridge. 3 hours after this point, the flow started to increase as we went into the nighttime, as the rainfall rate started to increase. And then pretty much after 3 hours, every 30 minutes or so, we've been seeing it slowly creep up further and further and further until now it's about directly, almost completely over the bridge. In fact, that little water line right there is about 6 inches from the top of the bridge currently. Thank you, Jack, for the 20. No way I watched for an hour and a half, went to work, did a 9-hour shift, and you're still going live. Big respect and commitment. Yeah, no problem. I mean, for these big events, we definitely are willing to risk sleep to make sure you guys are in the know on the latest. I know it's stressful for you guys out there, and you guys are probably already losing sleep, so I'm just here losing sleep with you guys. We haven't seen the bridge monitors in a while. I think they've left the area. Oh yeah, absolutely. The water is going to rise a couple feet, potentially even more than that. Again, we're still not even close to the heaviest rainfall rates that this is going to produce. That's going to happen in like 5 hours. So this river is going to rise at about this rate all the way until then. Not even in the path of the storms, but storms are interesting to me. It's almost 4 a.m. here. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is nearly impossible to look away. But like moths to a light, humans are naturally, even if you don't even live in this area, attracted in a sense to devastation and threats, whether it's for them, whether it's for other people. It's nearly impossible to look away once you start to look. Comparison to Maria. Let me see what Maria was like at the peak intensity. Highest wind speed was 174. So yeah, this is just as strong as Hurricane Maria. Just as strong. Let's see here. Yeah. And pressure got down to 908 millibars. So we've already beaten the lowest pressure of Hurricane Maria with Hurricane Melissa. Both M names, by the way. "30 minutes tops." We've been saying that for the past couple of hours. It is slowly rising, but there is like for some reason like a sense that it's rising faster than what it is. This is where it was 30 minutes ago. This is where it is now. So it's definitely risen since 30 minutes ago, but it's still not over the bridge. But it's probably very close. We've actually probably already had splashes make it over onto the bridge, but we haven't seen any flow over the bridge yet. Yeah, we're hoping Flat Bridge survives. It survived many floods in the past, and it it should have a good chance of surviving this one as long as no integrity has been lost from past floods. You never thought you would see people watching a bridge you grew up walking across. Yeah. You never know where people's attentions might get shifted to in the future. I hope it never gets shifted to my area. Last time the attention was plastered all over my area, I live in northern Alabama, was during the 2011 tornado outbreak. And yeah, it's always extremely terrifying when the world is watching your area. They never watch for no reason. We're in low tide right now. High tide is 5 p.m. tomorrow. How much higher than the bridge before flooding? How much higher than the bridge before flooding? I'm not exactly sure, to be honest. All I know is that the bridge has been flooded like this before. Yeah, it is tomorrow already, yes. And it's getting deeper into tomorrow. We are now in 3 a.m., technically in tomorrow now. All right, I think we still have time to do another round on the other cams. Like rain is picking up a little bit over here in Westmoreland, and look, we actually have some stronger winds in the background there again. So winds are starting to pick up a little bit more in Westmoreland again. Will this be the final push of wind before we start to see hurricane force winds? According to the National Hurricane Center, the hurricane force winds are still a ways off of the coast. So it still will be a while before we see the winds really pick up. But tropical storm force winds are obviously across the entire area of Jamaica right now. This is downtown Kingston. Still windy and rainy there. No big changes. A little bit weaker wind down here in Halfway Tree. Nope, never mind. Still some pretty strong wind gusts. Wow, that was actually a pretty strong one. Never mind. And then back over here near Devon House. Still pretty windy over here as well. Come back over to Barbican. Oh, wow. Look, the electrical wire is sparking again. This thing has been sparking for like the past 3 hours. No, it has not made landfall and probably won't make landfall for another 7 hours. Wonder what the wind speeds will be up on those mountains. According to the National Hurricane Center, it's going to be 30% higher than what is near like the surface of the mountain, at the base of the mountain. Oh, wow. That was another big log. It just went under the bridge there. Can anyone catch a whiff of that? It smells like a nothing burger. What? Dude, it is well before landfall. This is not going to be a nothing burger. It's not like a tsunami. It's we know, we can see it, and we know it's coming, and we know where it's going. Yeah, landfall in 6-7 hours now. Oh, wow, the water's trying to splash over the bridge. We are very, very close. Maybe 30 minutes from now. Jamaica's Central Time right now. As I understand it, sometimes they are Eastern Time and sometimes they are Central Time. Depending on because I don't think they have daylight savings or anything like that. So they don't change their clocks, but their clocks change according to our clocks when our clocks change for daylight savings. If I think I understand that correctly. Right? Imagine the power outage happens right now. We've seen it happen before. Oh, wow. Big log just went under that. Holy crap. That was a huge. Was that even a log? Wait a second. What was that? Yeah, that right there. What is that? That's not a log. It's like a household item of some sort. Definitely looks man-made. That's not good. Oh, wow. Look at all those logs. Wow, we're getting a pretty big increase again in the. That was like 12 logs. Yeah, we're getting a really big increase, and it's starting to pile up on the bridge. Okay, we're starting to get debris damming now. Okay, I think it's happening. It is now jamming up. And that was concerning. That did not look like a bush or anything. That looked like a household item. Hopefully that was like maybe like a fishing chair that got washed away and it wasn't like near a house. That was a lot of logs and timber that came through there. I hope that wasn't, that might have been like a shack, like maybe one of those shacks. Oh, wow. Yeah, you can see that debris there starting to jam up in that area. People underestimate the weight of water. Yeah, they really do. Water is heavy. Very, very heavy. That's why storm surge is so dangerous. The water, the weight of that water is enough to completely wipe a house off of a foundation. $3.14 now. Help, are you still awake? Somebody said 3.14. Help just posted it 16 seconds ago. 3.44. Yeah, it is the eye is continuing to dry out, which is not a good sign. Thank you, Jonathan, for sending 1 gifted membership. Thank you. Oh yeah, it's really close to cresting the top here, folks. Couple of inches, it seems like. Yep, 3.14. Dude, we're about to break into the 2s. Are you kidding me? The eye drying out, it just basically means the pressure is continuing to drop. And when the pressure drops to a certain degree, the eye dries out because the pressure dropping kind of acts like a vacuum, and it evacuates all the moisture from the center of the storm out to the outside or into the like an outer wall. That's why like the stadium effect looks so crazy. It's just a very efficient and very powerful hurricane is pretty much all that means. And the warmest the eye has ever gotten on the band 9 brightness temperature is 5 degrees Celsius. And we are seeing this storm now at 3 degrees Celsius, which is warmer and drier than it's ever been. It is literally a world record. Yeah, lower drop in the pressure means stronger storm. Exactly. Yeah, that means it's very bad, and it appears like it's getting worse. Unfortunately, we don't have a hurricane hunter in the area, so we have no new data coming in on just exactly how strong it is. But the fact that the eye is still drying out to that degree really indicates that our hurricane is very, very strong. Yeah, it might be lower than 900 millibars again. Because the eye has been drying out substantially for like the past 2 hours. It's dropped. I mean, it's risen about a degree. Oh, it's starting to splash over on the left side of the bridge. That is the first time I've seen it splash over the top like that. Approximately how far is it from land? Latest measurements from our outer eye wall is now 58 miles. Inner eye wall is 69 miles. And the second portion of the outer eye wall is 81 miles from shore. We're still getting closer and closer. Oops. Yeah, see how that's continuing? See how that's splashing up over the top? No way. Is that true? I have to check that out. Guys, we started a trend. We got Ryan Hall to start wearing suit tops. That's funny. I guess suit tops aren't new, but the casual suit top with the t-shirt underneath, I call it the yacht, just fresh off the yacht look. I bet you max velocity is next. And give it a week or two. How fast is it currently moving? According to the latest National Hurricane Center, 2 miles per hour to the north. So still apparently really slow, but I'm telling you, it just, I mean, last time we measured it was about an hour or two ago. It seems to be moving closer to like 5 miles per hour, to be honest. No storm chasers right now live. I can check. Just to make sure that, Bryce hasn't gone back live. Yeah, Bryce has not gone back live yet. Imagine being in this eye wall for almost 2 hours. Nope. Yeah, the water is about as close as it can get without being over the top of the bridge. It's literally inches, and it's occasionally splashing over the top. But I just want to clarify, Ryan Hall was looking like me today. I was not looking like Ryan. I'm just kidding. I kid. But yeah, lot more debris there just now. Little London cam is down. No. Are you serious? No. This is going to be our closest one to the hurricane, but it is, it's gone. And I don't think the power is going to get restored. Thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate that. It makes cameras go down. No power. A lot of these cameras are connected to the power grid. So the cams won't, and the power goes out, the cameras go out. The reason why this one hasn't gone out is because it's closer inland. It's further inland. Let's see, are any of these other cameras down? No, this one in downtown Kingston is still going strong. This one near Halfway Tree is also still going strong. So is this one. So yeah, we still got a couple of cameras still going strong. Oh wow, look at that piece of debris. Oh. Stay with us. It'll be back. It always goes down every now and then for a couple of seconds. Again, the longest it's ever been down is for a minute. If it stays out longer than that, we are going to be concerned for our camera. While we wait, we will watch the hurricane. Okay, this is the longest outage we've had in the past maybe hour or so. DMs. Apparently an active fire. No, that's not a fire. That is the transformer that's sparking. But yes, that transformer could maybe cause a fire. Wow, bridge cam is still down. Starting to get a little bit concerned about our bridge cam. What do I think will happen to Black River? According to some images that I have been sent, it's going to be bad. Like flooding way far inland. Hey, it's back. I told you, it always comes back. That was quite a while though. I was getting concerned a little bit there. Have I had a nap yet? No, I'll probably take one after the bridge crests. Probably get like a little 2-hour nap. Do they come back for landfall? Because the further we get into the night, the more I'm doubting that I have. Actually, I'm getting a little hungry. Let me eat a Lunchable and see if that helps my energy levels. I am hitting that tired wall pretty hard right now. I have acquired a Lunchable. You think Brett Adair is out there? Is he live? We can use Brett. I don't think he's live though. Even though in the next flight, it'll be at 5 a.m. So in about 2 hours. Yeah, I like the pizza Lunchable. The nacho one is really good though. The nacho cheese is delicious. Oh, looks like we are down. Like, oh, nope, it's back. That was quick. Just creating a pizza and a Lunchable is just So nostalgic. And I love having the Lunchable because it's like a quick, accessible meal. And if I need it for like a live stream, I can just go and grab it real quick. I don't have to cook it or anything. And then I can just come over here and craft a pizza on stream. Golly. It is crazy how long it's taken, even though it's been consistently rising. Like my brain's been telling me for the last 2 hours, any moment now. Oh, more debris there. Some tree limbs, it looks like, with some branches and leaves on it. Hey, Lunchables are for anybody, any age. Dang it. Anybody can enjoy a Lunchable. It's a quick, easy snack. And it's delicious. How long am I streaming tonight? Depends on how I feel after this Lunchable. If I get a burst of energy, we might be able to go for a couple more hours. Just really depends. If I crash, I just spilled water all over myself. If I crash, I crash. There's nothing I can do about it. I'll have to take a small nap. But I'm fighting it. Fighting the sleep. Like Flatbridge is fighting these flood waters. I thank you, Camo, for the 10. Thank you for the update. I do appreciate that. Kazzy, what do you want from this? You want like a little piece of cheese? I can't give you pepperoni. Oh my gosh. That is literally centimeters from the top of the bridge. Are we sure this bridge is flat? Actually, this is the definition of perfect flatness. It is the same height everywhere. Someone said like the earth. Oh my goodness. The crazies are in chat. Oh, stronger winds are coming in again. Oh, it looks like is that flowing over the top there? If that's not flowing over the top, it's literally centimeters from being over the top on the middle part. I don't think it is. You can still see the line that separates the water from the top of the bridge. It might be spilling over a little bit though. Every now and then. Oh no, I used up too much pizza sauce on my first 2 pizzas. The worst feeling. I'm gonna spread it out thin on there. It is overflowing. I can see it overflowing every now and then. Yeah, here we go. Okay, maybe in 30 minutes it'll get there. Wow, those winds are definitely picking up. Look at that. Is that a walking bridge? It's a walking and a driving bridge. And we've seen goats cross this bridge. We've seen dogs cross this bridge. We've seen people cross this bridge. We've seen cars cross this bridge. And we're about to see this river, unfortunately, cross this bridge. Will the bridge break? It's flooded like this before and it hasn't broken, but every time it does flood, it does affect the structure of the bridge ever so slightly. And then if there's a storm that can break it, it's going to be Melissa, but we'll find out.